Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you've never been here before. Today I'm going to be giving you 10 real reasons that you should be taking your toddler to Universal Studios. I know there's a big misconception. Everybody thinks that Disney is the way to go with your children, and I personally think that Universal is a better option. And this video is going to really explain why. We're gonna start off with a little bonus because I'm giving you 10 reasons, and one I just thought of right off the bat is the fact that there is so many people going to Disney. And I know I've been to Universal so many times, and I watch videos where I live vicariously through other people that go, and I do my research also. And I'm going to tell you right now, if you're somebody that does not like waiting in lines and does not want to have to sit there and stare at your phone on an app to try to make it to where you can get one fast lane pass, which is what you have to do at Disney, don't choose to go there. I'm not trying to bash Disney at all. I do like them also, but I think Universal is the way to go. And they're in the same city. And I know that anytime I tell my family I'm going to Orlando and I'm going to Universal, they always make this assumption for some reason that I'm going to Disney, and I'm not. And I always correct them. Like, no, it's way different. And there is a rivalry between the two. It's just been a thing. It's just like supporting the Cubs and the White Sox. It just doesn't work. But I'd say if I had to choose one, I'm definitely a Universal gal through and through. If you stay on site at Universal, you do get fast passes for you and everybody else that's staying on site also. That's included in your stay and your park tickets. So I do recommend that being a thing. Otherwise, I don't recommend going and not getting fast pass because you never know. And I personally don't like sitting in several hour lines for any ride. Fast passes are worth it, and it's worth it to stay on site for a lot of reasons. All right, now that the tangent's over, I'm gonna go into the actual reasons why, pertaining to your toddler, you should go to Universal. We'll start off with number one, in my opinion, the new DreamWorks Land. This is epic. This is going to be coming to Universal Studios this summer, and it is a brand new land that's going to feature several different areas such as Gabby's Dollhouse, Shrek, and Trolls, and so much more. Interactive play areas, meet and greets, and so many rides that will be so much fun for specifically toddlers. And I remember I went when this was under construction, and this is about to be epic. Like I said, I honestly don't think that a place can top this for toddlers. And I love that they're doing something specifically for Shrek. I think that that is way overdue. And the fact that they're going to make the swamp and have Troller Coaster and for the trolls and all this fun stuff, 100% worth it just for this reason alone. DreamWorks Land is going to be so cool. Oh, and Kung Fu Panda too. That's a part of it as well. And to the next reason is Minion Land. This is a brand new area of the park of Universal Studios that they implemented, and it is 100% geared towards toddlers. So they have 2 rides in this world dedicated to Minion World, both of which you can bring your child of any height, which is huge because I know when I was looking into bringing my toddler, and I've brought my daughter there 2 different times now, and she's 2, and I'm sure I'll go more in the future. But when I've gone, I had the concern of height because she was not 36 inches or higher. So there were a lot of things she couldn't ride. And I will say Minion Land is a great place to stick around and stay because there are several things she can do. And there's shops dedicated to this, and it's just all themed. And I think it is so much fun. And they have fun snacks dedicated and to pay tribute to Minion World also. So it's definitely a reason to go. And we can't forget about the fact that they have that awesome restaurant with the theming being just so cool and the food being all about Minions. So if you haven't seen the movie, before you go, I do recommend watching some movies that are based on rides you'll go on. It'll make it better for you. Number 3 would be Child Swap. This I need to explain. This is so important. Really cool feature you don't know about till you bring a toddler for the first time ever. So what happens is, say you want to ride a ride personally. you are with one other person and you have a toddler, or you're with two other people and you have a toddler. Here's the thing. Stay in the line, bring them with you, and if you have your fast pass, even better. Once you get to the end of any ride, they have a room where you can sit with your toddler and you wait, and one person goes on the ride, or the two of three or whomever goes on the ride. And then when they're finished, they just swap out with you. And this is a little key tip, at least it worked for me every time I would do it. They don't really like say something to you. Somebody gets to ride twice if you have more than one person that's waiting and one person riding. If you have three people, say there's two people about to ride, one person staying with your toddler, one of the people that's riding the first time can probably ride again. You just don't say anything. You don't ask. You just try. You get off your ride, you go swap the one person staying with your toddler in the room, and you go again. So, little key tip. Child swap is awesome because they have a place that's air conditioning. They have usually a TV in there. It's a little locked area, and no, you don't leave them alone, but you can sit there with them and you can bring the diaper bag and you can be with them and wait just a few minutes before you go on the ride. So it gives you the opportunity to actually be able to ride the ride. Sometimes in some situations, ride it twice, and you don't have to wait again. So that's a really, really wonderful feature that they have. And every one of the child swaps are unique in their own way. They're always themed based on the ride you're on, and I think they're fun too. Number 4, for me, meet and greets. My daughter was obsessed with Spider-Man meet and greet, with Minions, with Shrek, with Scooby-Doo. They have it all. And almost everywhere you go, you're gonna see somebody out there dressed up in costume and ready to greet you and your child. And I think that's cool. And yes, they have this at other places, but this is a reason to go, especially if your child is interested in certain characters that are going to be found at Universal. And I highly recommend it. Number 5, Seuss Land. This is so magical for so many reasons. It's nostalgic for me. I remember when I went as a kid, I felt like I really was living in the books or in the movie. And my daughter loves Dr. Seuss, Cat in the Hat, and all of that. So it was really cool. You know, you go in there and they have the sights, the smell, the sounds. They have several rides, again, that are dedicated to Seuss World. They have the sweet treats, and they have green eggs and ham as an actual place to eat. And they also have play areas, which is the next thing I'm gonna lead into number 6. So there's a play area in the Dr. Seuss Land, but there's a play area in literally every place you're gonna go. So if you don't wanna wait in line with your toddler, if your toddler's becoming restless and needs to run around, then you can go to these play areas. And my favorite is the one in Jurassic Park. It is so cool. There are so many different features and it's massive. And it gives your toddler an ability to get that energy out and have fun. And this is a place that's gonna occupy their mind, and it's gonna make them feel like they're in some place magical, but then they don't have to wait in those lines, and they also don't have to worry about the scary rides that they can't even go on anyways. So play areas are so important because it allows the parents some reprieve and allows the toddlers to let out their energy. Number 7, their live shows. For example, they have one over in Universal, over by DreamWorks Land, the one that's opening, and it is a live animal actor show. When we went, it was so much fun, and it keeps you and your toddler occupied, so it's a twofer. It's covered, so it doesn't matter if it's raining, doesn't matter, you can get kind of cool off because it's not the sun beating down on you, it is covered, and you're gonna have real live animals participating in this, and it is so cool. These are real animals that are trained professionally to do the show. So, and they even incorporate certain people. If you want to raise your hand, you can be a part of it if they pick you, and they do fun magic tricks, and it's a really cute show. So it's things like this. They're live shows that are really fun to bring your toddlers to. Number 8, of course, 2 and under children are free. So why would you not bring them? They're free. Number 9, the Raptor Show. This kind of goes along with live shows and mixed with meet and greets, but it's an interactive opportunity for your child to encounter a raptor. And depending on the age of your child, they really do swap out the raptor sizes, and they will not scare your toddler. They know better. They know not to do that to little kids, but it was so cute when we went, and it was so fun, and Willow, my daughter, was all smiles when she was there. And my last 10th reason is truly because memories are important to make. Your child at this age, in their toddler stage, they're soaking everything in. Everything feels real and magical. And I think that this is a great way to build your child with memories they'll last forever. So I do think Universal is a great place to bring your toddler. I hope that you learned some things. If you have questions, comment them down below. I'll incorporate my email. If you want to email me and ask some questions, by all means, I'm willing to answer. So thank you guys for being here. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and click the bell button to be alerted when I post. I upload a new video every Monday and Thursday mornings at 8 a.m. Central Standard Time. And as always, stay sassy. Bye guys.